someone who did maybe review and editing and things like that. So I just want models, where you'll see pictorials with models who are African models, but there's some white guy behind the scenes making all this money from work that would traditionally go to black models and things like that. So I just wanted to kind of highlight that those are some of the challenges we have with AI, but AI can also be a huge benefit. And I think the most important benefit is the time saving and the cost savings benefit. I have with me today one of our members of the Ethiopian World Federation Incorporated. I didn't mention I'm the international president for the Ethiopian World Federation Incorporated, and Ras Abib, he's at the top there. He was sitting next to me at lunch, and he's done some interesting dynamic things with filmmaking and AI, where he is creating a whole generation of storytellers using various AI platforms, and I encourage you to talk to him about some of those things that he's doing and what he's using. Now, back to your original question of what am I using? I definitely use ChatGPT for a number of reasons. Claude is very similar. Perplexity is very similar. There are some that have more of a research focus, where you'll get more detailed with regards to research. But for me, I use ChatGPT a lot. I like to have fun with like a Gemini, which for like pictures and videos and things like that. I use Gemini a lot. Canva also has an AI function. A lot of the traditional software that even as an attorney have now integrated AI into them. As the executive director of Patients Out of Time, I'm looking, and again, I've only been in the position like 2-3 days, but I'm looking at a learning management system around cannabis and cannabis medical education, cannabis research education. And when I'm looking at learning management systems, they're also incorporating AI into those learning management systems like Absorb, where you have an e-commerce function, but you can also create content faster because you have an AI assistant. From a legal perspective, I just transitioned and took on some immigration work, so I got a whole new immigration case management system in addition to my traditional case management system, and there's an AI integration there. So I find the most benefits from tools that I traditionally use where they've been enhanced with AI, such as like a Canva. However, ChatGPT I've created along with my Ethiopian World Federation Incorporated members on a call, because we had an AI call where I taught AI based on an AI class I had taken, so I'm in no means an expert, but for our community, it was new information, and we created a whole document about how to go to Africa, build a construction business, what partners we need to work with there, and AI generated based on prompts the entire plan, including creating a logo for this strategy for the organization, for the federation. So I love AI, but I also raise awareness about how AI is cannibalizing a lot of our culture and our traditional occupations occupied by people of African or indigenous descent. I hope that's helpful.
I'd like to ask a follow-up question to that, actually, and feel free to pass. I'm just curious. Since we were talking about psychedelics as tools of exploration, all today we've talked about it as medicine, but we know in this conversation we're talking about it more as tools of exploration. Have you, or do you have any recommendations, or have you seen anyone merging the two intentionally? Psychedelics, that is, and the use of AI.
Not so much on the psychedelic side. I think more just the creation and efficiency side. So yes, it would include psychedelics, cannabis, but also reparations. I did a whole reparations, repatriations plan using AI and then built it out from there. So my outline came from AI based on prompts and the statistics and data. And also understanding who are the leaders internationally with regards to reparations conversations. The AI produced that, and then I used it to build out my plan, which will hopefully eventually be adopted by not only the Ethiopian World Federation Incorporated, but other organizations, the UNIA and other like-minded organizations with regards to reparations. So I haven't seen it where it's been like really focused on only psychedelics, but it's really about efficiency of the work and I think filmmaking is a great example where when Rasavit did his last presentation for our membership, I asked the question, so just to understand the cost savings here, how much would it cost for the actors, the sets, the craft table, all the things that it takes to make a movie? How much would that cost versus your tool that you're using for AI? And his answer was, well, the tool cost me $30. So yes, we have these actors might not get the work, but for a small storyteller in a remote place that has a story to tell, it's a huge benefit. And then for the psychedelics, patient, consumer, affiliate, person with affinity with it, whatever they imagine, they can tell that story using AI. When you're looking to file a motion, if you don't have legal counsel, you can use AI to generate at least a sample motion, as an individual. So that's where I see the nexuses between psychedelics is, I always talk about cannabis legacy, but there's psychedelics legacy too, which I've always had, my finger on the pulse of that. So for our psychedelics legacy individuals, whether it's a law enforcement incident or it's a research or what is my risk when I travel on vacation, this place, AI can provide a lot of that information to assist our legacy community in psychedelics. And then for the researcher, you can see what's been done so you can build on that research and not start from the beginning based on what you know is out there. So I find that to be helpful.
Thank you so much. We have a question from Lexi.
Hey y'all. So, once again, forgive me in advance. As I get it out of my head, I'll translate or just as needed. But I know we're talking about psychedelics as medicine and tools of exploration,